Hey guys, welcome back. It's been what you could say a long time since I've made a video. Simply down to the fact I've built a house, moved, and life. And so now I'm at home with the old coof. I thought, well, this is a better time than ever to make a video on what's been going on. And I've had a few people asking in the comments, did you get it fixed? And so this is the unceremonious late finale. As you can see, it's on. It's been going for probably 6+ months now without any real issues. And in all honesty, I didn't even fix it properly. So I couldn't find anyone to do the soldering job. So I decided to do it myself. I bought just a cheap solder online and soldering iron, and whipped the back off. Found the went back to what I needed to unsolder, and I couldn't get it off. I simply couldn't. The iron just didn't get hot enough, and I couldn't get it to unstick. And I don't think I had enough of the correct supplies in terms of like you use that, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I banged around in there for a while and poked around on it for a good half an hour to no avail. Anyway, defeated, I put the thing back together, and out of morbid curiosity, I was like, oh, we'll see if it turns on. And lo and behold, it turned on. And since then, I've had zero issues with the fucking thing. So it really boggles my mind that maybe just one of the connections was loose, and me reheating it resoldered it back on to the connectors. I find that hard to believe, but there's no other explanation. Someone else may know more, but that's literally all I did. Was I tapped around there with a solder iron trying to get it off, wouldn't get it off, and that's the end of the story. I actually don't know where the chip is. After I moved, it kind of got lost in the shuffle. It must be in the house somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I probably should have put it in the TV in the back for safekeeping if I ever needed it to replace it, which is, in hindsight, I should have done, but either way I didn't do. So to all of you out there that have the same issue, perseverance is key here. Somehow I got it to go through sheer luck. Even if you do the same, you may end up with the same result, which is always a bonus. So yeah, I show you it on and it working. I'm not sure. Reading this online, I've seen people talking about it, but the glare on this thing is bizarre. I don't know what kind of glass they used. It's a lovely 1080p display, but as you can see, the color differences. But I don't understand why it's so glary. Like, I don't know why they had to make it so reflective. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'll chuck something on just to show you the... Or did I turn it off? I turned it off. That's okay. We can turn it back on. As you can see, I turned it on and off, no problem. The HDMI 2 for the PlayStation 2 sure is. So, while the PlayStation 2 isn't a HD system, I am using an HDMI cable. Maybe I'll just close the curtain just to get a better look at the screen. So it's I guess you could say this is going to be a mini review, kind of. Let's see if I've set up my I did set it up right. I still need to put the pictures on here, but you know, we've got it working. I think, you know, like, what game did I load up? And I was surprised by the quality of the graphics for a PS2 game. Where are we looking for? Don't look at Harry Potter games, I'm weird. Jet Li, this looks, you know, surprisingly good for a PS2 game running through an HDMI onto a small 1080p display. I'm actually quite impressed by the quality of the work. Yeah, so all in all, I think it's a really nice display. I don't know, I don't use it as much as I would thought I was. I think life just, I end up just, like, I think this looks really good. I mean, this is not a great way to film it, right? But, you know, I think it looks quite good for what it is. So that's basically, you know, the gist of it. It works fine, 3D works, and it was all fixed in a really random way. There was no real rhyme or rhythm to any of it. And after fixing it, I actually ran my PS5 on it for about 2 months, as I was in you know, in between moving, and it was just easier to have one of these out. Now, it wasn't, you know, playing PS5 games on this definitely didn't give you the quality that you're expecting from, say, a monitor or anything like that. But the reason for it was this monitor here that I had, the the HDMI on it doesn't support 60 FPS, so but where I could run 60 FPS at this, but at a lower resolution, so it ended up making more sense to use this screen even with the muddier colours. Just pixels. This is an 8-minute video of me rambling, so yeah, it's worked, everything's back to normal. Hopefully it'll go now for the rest of the days. I try not to overburden it with use, just because I can't be bothered with it breaking again. I don't think it will, but you never know. I do use it as a second monitor though when I'm playing on PC, just for, you know what I mean. Why buy a second monitor when I got this? Yeah. I wouldn't mind a remote. I've been using, you can actually use any Sony remote with it, which is quite funny. So sometimes I just go steal the remote from the lounge, bring it in, and it works without any issue. But having one set directly for it would be nice. Yeah, it's definitely a unique TV. I think if you bought this when it had come out, I think that would have been really cool. It would have been you would have been the cream of the crop at school. So yeah, I don't know how I missed it at the time, but I'm glad I've got one now, as they are going to become harder and harder to get a hold of going forward. So if you see one, I would recommend picking it up. I wouldn't wait, because one, it was a small production run, as it was only a couple years, I think, if that. And you know, they're prone to failure, so even if you get one broken, just fucking get in there. And if you pick it up for nothing, right, there's no harm in having a muddle around in the back and see if you can get it going. So that's my 2 cents. Pick one up if you can, and have fun. I'm gonna try and make more videos, probably gameplay videos going forward. I could do reviews, I guess, which I might do. We'll just see how I go. Anyway, thanks for that, guys. Have a good one, and catch you on the flip.